Oh, man, once again, it's on. What it do, bruh?
Oh, man. You know what I mean?
Huh? The birds.
All about these babies here, baby.
The
Yeah, man.
birds, huh?
All about these
Birds.
Eagles, baby.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Crazy. It's been a crazy week, man. It's been a crazy 2 weeks up into the game.
Yeah.
Then the game happened. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
But let me ask you this, though.
Mm.
You had a chance to be there.
Mm. Grateful, bruh.
What was that like?
Oh, man, I was out the NOLA, man, like ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Me. It was, it's undescribable. Like, I'm going to just say this.
What was that energy like, bro?
I'm going to just say this. If you wasn't at the bowl and you wasn't at the parade, you just missed out on two electrifying events.
Right.
I was blessed to be at both.
So you went
But
to
like
the
bowl was
and the parade?
The bowl was undescribable. Right now in Philly, it's just a time like, you know, a lot of people getting along with each other. You know what I mean? No nonsense. You know what I mean? There was a few things that went on at the parade, but ain't worth talking about. But for the most part, great energy. You had on green? Oh, it was a go, baby.
If you had on green, you had a pass.
Oh, it was a go. Oh man, but yeah, for those of us that made it to the NOLA, we carried it.
Yeah.
We carried it. You see how we treated them chumps on the field?
Yeah.
Oh, we did the same thing to them jokers in the stands. Man, the Philly fans different.
Philly fans?
Yeah, we ready like spaghetti. Yeah, they be ready like spaghetti. Be on site to see that. But yeah, it was all that, bro. Super all that, man.
I mean, I wasn't able to make it, but I got my apparel.
You look good.
You know what I'm saying? I got my apparel. You know what I'm saying?
You got green on right now. What we talking about? If you questionable right now, I don't know. Like, what we talking about?
Yeah,
you know Who's missing out on the opportunity to enjoy the moment like this because you from Philadelphia, but you chose to be like a Raiders fan or something.
Right.
Like,
I know a couple of those.
Hey, I don't understand.
Yeah, they probably, I ain't gonna lie.
They missing out.
Yeah, and they probably.
You know what? They undercover lovers.
Right.
They lovers. They just, you know what I mean? Behind scenes, they like, yeah, damn, the Eagles. They hating themselves for not being publicly an Eagles fan right now.
Right.
Damn, the Eagles won that joint.
You
gotta be like on mute for the next year.
Right.
At the very least. And with the squad we got right now, we top contenders. They looking like we going, repeat. I'm gonna put it on the record now. It look like
stamp it.
You think I ain't?
Yeah, stamp it.
We looking repeatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Duplicatable.
Like, right away. Like, yeah, you know what it is. And I got my guy running like, steamrolling again next season. I
ain't gonna lie. I like the way he was interacting with the crowd at the parade.
He different, bro.
People give it. Yeah, man, he was in the mix, bro.
Down north, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or the town or uptown. Like,
right.
He was from Philly.
Right.
He built right for where he at right now.
Right, Philly.
Yeah, he belong.
That's what he said, though. He said
he belong here.
Right. He said this something different.
Saquon Barkley on the record belong in Philadelphia, man, with everybody else that won the chip. Everybody fit in place. You know what I mean? And we had a hell of a team last year, and some of our players got cut. I know they sick.
Right.
They other places.
Right.
But, everybody love Philly, man.
Right. For sure.
Dope organization.
Energy
they
crazy.
Carrying it like they supposed to carry it. And you could tell at the parade they had the green light. Actually, after we won the bowl, when they dropped the confetti and all that, you know what I mean? They let the fans do whatever we wanted.
You ain't bring no confetti back?
I ain't.
Yeah. My people.
I kept it decent.
Yeah, my folks, he brought some confetti
back.
that
was cool. I kept it decent.
For the kids, you know what I'm saying?
I kept it decent. Maybe because it ain't the first
Matter of fact,
time
I think he took his kids.
So, maybe because it ain't the first time I felt fatty.
Right.
I mean, in Herbalife we do
the confetti.
Confetti all from the stand, extravaganza.
Right.
I was traumatized from that, but other than that, I was used to it. I'm like, this is what it do. You know what I'm saying? What's
Yes.
up, bro? We back at it.
Yeah, we back at it,
Another
bro.
table of consequence, man. We minding our business. You know, for the record, man, you know, I want to tell the viewers, man, we don't really care about what nobody else got going on unless it's positive. You know what I mean? If it's negative, man, don't, you know, hit the DM with it. We ain't going to gossip about nobody else's business.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's too much positive stuff to talk about versus the negative.
Yeah, I ain't even tell you they was in our DM with some stuff. Wanted us to do a DNA test and all this whole other stuff. Like, yeah, they was tripping. Yeah, I mean, I chucked right by that joint. I ain't even respond. You know what I mean?
DNA test.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I ain't even
That's
respond
heavy.
to that.
I got a couple of those joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm overfert. I ain't want a DNA test yet. Yeah, I tested some holes out there, bro. Everything was 99.9999999. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm overfert when it come to them.
Damn.
So I know all about it. Yeah, I definitely glad I ain't read that.
Yeah, right.
DNA test who? I ain't the Schwab. I did it all. Schwabby Johnson and all. Yeah.
My man tests all his kids.
And as he should.
Yeah.
You know what he dealing with.
Right. He said I don't think they not mine. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, man. But you know, like when you've been through some stuff, like
Right.
for me, like, you know, I can really speak for me, you know, growing up in Philly, you know, some of the women I dealt with, you know what I mean, mainly had main situations.
Mm.
And these women, some of the sneakiest women I ever met.
Right.
And once you get, you know, stamped like that from a very young age, you always got to keep, you know what I mean, that blind eye, you know, forward and, you know, never, not expecting it to be something different. So it's only right you dot your I's and cross your T's.
Yeah.
And come to these women, you know what I mean?
For sure.
You know, because sometimes when you give them too much of the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah,
backdoor Johnson.
And a lot of times, you know,
You can be the goodest, the best bull too.
Right. And women got
beat up.
Right. Women got type, so the baby might just look like you. Like the child might look like you. They got a type. So
man, I didn't got some checks from homeboy through her a couple times.
Ooh, what?
Czechoslovakia. Yeah, on my down days, you know, I ain't always was winning.
Right. Talk
every
about
time
it.
I was down, it was a sugar wooger that picked me back up.
Ew.
You know, and it might have been through him.
Right.
You know these bulls are cash out. You know some of these bulls cash and carry.
So basically what you saying is,
yeah, go tell the chump to pat and get it to me.
damn, how would they carry that though? That's crazy.
However you want it.
Shorty went and got
got
what they do and got some paper for you. Ew, that
How
was
you want
nasty.
it? Envelope, rubber band.
Check.
No, I ain't taking no checks. That's a different paper trail. I'm cool. You won't draw that shit back to me.
Right.
I'm cool. Definitely never at Chizak. Yeah.
That's heavy though. Damn, yeah. When you say sneak, so you know all about the sneaky. Woo. Damn.
Yeah.
Nothing should surprise you out here though.
No, ain't nothing surprising.
Yeah. No benefit.
So what, full uniform on? Supposed to be at work right now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You back to Doubletree, back to county.
Ew.
You know what I mean?
Not the Doubletree.
And you want to stay the whole
Doubletree
you
get
want
the
to stay
soft
the whole
cookies.
entire 6.5, 7 hours, doing an 8-hour shift, knowing it take you 45 to an hour to get back home. You want to utilize the whole time.
Dang.
I'm on my third round.
Right.
Yeah. But let's get the sponsors out the way. We can go on and on.
Yeah, on to the break of dawn. Damn, bruh. Yeah. Shout out to Yo High Helping Hands. You know what I mean? Home health care. Shout out to Flex Fitness up on that right off of that 309. So when you skirt right there at that light, bam, look over to you, you know, whichever way. You know what I'm saying? You might be going up. You know what I'm saying? Look over to your left if you're going down. Look over to your right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Shout out to at Wash Bar out West Philly. That laundromat right on off of 52nd Street. And shout out to Self Preparatory Academy, child care service right on Germantown Avenue. I mean, uptown area.
Yeah, bro, we on one right now. So I'm gonna go get my sons. They just do rights. On the mural on to my left. I got my son Gerald Stewart, who passed in Philadelphia at the age of 23 from gun violence. Right next to him, I got my nephew Omar Vasquez, who passed in Philadelphia from a car accident. And right next to him, I got my son Mukman Jenkins, who died in Philadelphia from gun violence at the age of 18. Omar Vasquez was 18 as well. And right next to him, I got my other son, Montrell Stewart, who died in Philadelphia from gun violence at the age of 26. Table of consequence, that's the platform. What you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Constantly got to keep the young men in dua.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's the prayer, y'all.
Yeah, that's important. You know what I mean? It's crazy because I was just having this conversation with my son, like, like some realities are just going to happen, and one of the biggest things that I'm gonna need for him to do is create that relationship with his God, so he can know how to pray for me when it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I could teach my kids many things, but I just been going through this thing lately where I gotta make sure they got my back when I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, and in order to do that, I gotta make sure they understand, you know what I mean, who their God is, what their religion is about, and the importance of praying and doing deeds for the deceased.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just something that's been present on my heart, lately. And because I know a lot of times we're in a state now that when people pass away, we just totally forget about people. You know what I mean? It's like on to the next. You know what I mean? I was watching something where I'm not even gonna mention that, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just on to the next, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing you could do for, your loved one. It's just, just constantly pray that, God bestows mercy upon them. And you can do, deeds in their honor. You know what I mean? That'll help them when it's time to, be called to account for their, but, that's what I believe.
That's what it is, bro.
That's what it is.
I believe that's the best gift in the world.
Right.
What you're talking about right now. And it's hard to maintain it even on your own individual level.
Right.
So that's important. Just prayer for those people that you love.
Right.
You know what I mean? To be present on a God, on a Lord. So yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Another thing on my mind, bro, is where we at as a state of people, in regards to how we living. You know what I mean? And when we do have children and even our loved ones, that we quote that we claim we love, what are our affairs look like? You know what I mean? Are we living like just for the moment? You know what I mean? Or are we living like for, what it looks like at the present year that we in? Or are we living to build upon the future for, our children and even our family and last name, et cetera? A lot of times, what I'm realizing today is we pass away and really don't own or, leave or, have nothing, for our loved ones to pick up on and keep the legacy going, from generations to generations, So that's something that I'm really present to today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's big.
I want to be in that moment. Like, I want to really be planning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's big. But to add to that is right now, the state I'm in, the mental space I'm in, I feel like like schooling wise, right? I feel like, you got to put your kids in a certain type of environment so that way when it's their turn to be handed the torch, they know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've witnessed so many people, especially that old money from back in the day. You know what I mean? It was a lot of old heads that really had that cash.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And owned stuff. And then when they leave, when they pass on, their children really don't know what to do with it because they're uneducated and they don't, like, they never been really a part of the process to know how to move forward. You know what I mean? With the businesses and stuff like that and the real estate. So what happens is, you know, a slick talker get next to them and start, they don't know to pay they don't know how to pay bills. All they know how to do is spend. And that's a bad job, man. All they know how to do is panic when they don't have the cash to spend. So they panic, they start selling shit under value just to get some cash in their hand. They start doing all types of stuff that it just really looked at like the person worked so hard for this stuff and you just devalue it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that comes with just the education piece and making them part of the process. Like, no, you gonna come sit and work and see how this whole thing go. You got to be a part of the family structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, man, just to add on to it as well is the culture. It's not inside of our culture to care. You know what I mean? And be present to, when the torch is passed on, to keep it lit. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, somebody passed off inside your family, your dad, your mom, your grandparents. It ain't in our culture for us to realize that we gotta keep this thing going so I could pass it down to my kids.
Right.
Like in other cultures, that's what's present. You know what I mean? They family business, if mom, grandmom, and them owned this business been in the family for 60 years, 70 years, and now they know how to jump right in gear soon as mom or dad pass away because that's inside of their culture. For us, we just living in the moment, man. You know what I mean? And we dying every day, not even trying to fight to own anything. You know what I mean? It's just we living in the moment, going to work, whatever that might be. Even if you ain't owning your own, you know what I mean, entrepreneurship, like whatever it is, you don't own your own business, you might just be working a 9 to 5, but that's just for the moment. What do the next 5, 10, 15 years look like in regards to you building something that you can leave your family and hopefully they be present to making that a part of the culture? You know what I'm saying? That's just on a whole nother level because I believe that, in certain cultures, that's just how they're built. They jump right in gear, even if they got to learn, because there is in place for somebody to teach them along the way. Look, this is what your mom, dad wanted. This is how we run this. And sometimes people get on and they take it to the next level. And sometimes they, things happen and they might take a hickey or two, but they don't lose at all. You know what I mean? Because they present to them. I gotta this is what my mom and dad would have wanted. You know what I mean? That's just, they just present to that. And I just think we not,
Right.
We lost when it come to that, bro. Lost in the soul.
You know what though? I think a lot of it comes with it's a systematic stuff, man, and a lot of it comes with the struggle. Like we more concerned with surviving,
right?
Like and that's what we was taught. You know what I mean? Survival skills. You know what I'm saying? And that takes away from a lot of other stuff that we really supposed to be learning. You know what I mean? We really be living in like panic mode. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of, worrying about, I got to pay this bill. I got to do this. Oh man, it's about to get cut off. So now we in panic mode. Now we all just scattered. You know what I mean? Where we really don't have a lot of families don't have no structure. And that a lot of times what that comes from living outside your means. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though you live so far outside your means that you become like a slave to your bills. You know what I'm saying? And so you really don't have no time to learn nothing else other than paying bills. You know what I'm saying? So it's we can go a little deeper, but it's definitely it's something that us as a people we gotta like start being present to in terms of when it's our turn and our kids, we want to make sure our kids know how to, you know what I mean? Nowadays, a lot of kids are just soft, and we coddle them. Like they, you know what I'm saying? We coddle them to the point where as though we get frustrated with them, and then we find ourselves saying, just get out the way, I'll do it. Instead of just letting that child figure it out as long as it take. If you got to sit there 2 and 3 and 4 hours to figure that out, they need to figure that out. Because just imagine how successful they'd be if once they figure it out, how good they'll feel about themselves. But what we do is we'll rob them of their learning experience, their learning curve, and we'll be like, man, just get out the way, I'll do it. And a lot of times, man, you just robbing the kid. You know what I mean? I go through that a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're raising the 4 kids in the one house, and, you know, everybody having, you know, this kid having a meltdown from this kid having a meltdown. I'm just like, man, go ahead and have that meltdown. But after that, you still gonna fix that. You still gonna do that, because it's about the feeling you're gonna get after you accomplish that. You know what I mean? Now you know how to do a thing. But if I get in the way, that's gonna, you know what I mean? I'm robbing you of that lesson.
Yeah,
you know
the experience.
The experience, right? Yeah, yeah. It's one of the things. You know what I mean? Like one of the jobs, the greatest jobs. I never realized this until, you know, it's just being a parent, man. That's one of the, like, that job right there, crazy. That job, you gotta always be on your, you know what I'm saying, your thing, and making sure you're giving your babies, which, you know, your best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll just be grateful for how I was raised. You know, it was crazy that I was talking about mom the other day. You know, when I was riding sis and my dad. You know, I was about to drop my sister off at the hospital, and I rolled past one of the luxury lofts I used to rent. And I remember I brought mom in there thinking I was, you know what I mean, showing her a thing or two. And she was like, yeah, how much you pay for this? And I was like, a little over $3,000. She was like, a month? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're a damn fool.
Right.
I was like, damn.
Right.
You throwing your money away every month. You don't own shit.
Right.
And it be those type of moments when you need, you know, as a parent. And I believe that's the way I was molded as being a parent to my children. Like, I can't sugarcoat nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's in the principles of what I believe, I got to give you what I'm going to give you, you know, out of my belief on, you know, because a lot of times when we talking to our children and they don't want to hear it, it's a right or wrong thing. You know what I mean? Oh, dad, think you know it all. You know, I got older children now, and then when they go through the lesson and they have the experience, most of the time, if you have a conversation about something you might have told them in regards to advice, sometimes it come back up and they say, damn, dad, you know what, I'm so glad I had a conversation with you about it. And it's just the keys of just not sugarcoating, you know what I mean, anything with your children, just standing on parents' principles. More so trying to be like, oh, I'm like, I ain't your dad right now, I'm your friend.
Right.
I ain't never their friend, bro.
Right.
Like, I don't care what like, if we got to fall out about it, I just need that level of respect, you know what I mean, to the grave.
Right.
You know, and it's deep, you know what I mean? Especially when, for me, it's like, when you're dealing with women that you're no longer with, you know, they got to deal with your side, then they got to deal with the mom's side. And most of the time, you know, some of these women be so bitter, they going to say some shit off the grid that don't got nothing to do with knowing you're a stand-up individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to base it on that. They going to base it on their feelings. And most of the time, if the child feel like, damn, you giving them that tough love, they going to go with the side with the mom.
Well, the
soft side. They going to pamper them.
The coddle side.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Yo, definitely, bro. Oh, yeah, that's deep, man. Yeah, but about them birds, though.
Yeah, them birds.
Bro, one thing I realized, I was at the Super Bowl, man, and I ran into some real great people, man.
Right.
You know, and everybody, you know, obviously had to spend a pretty penny, so a lot of people had things going on. So it was like a different type of energy versus, you know what I mean, when you go into some stuff that's, you know, pretty much affordable that for everybody, you got to deal with different energy. People got attitudes, people going through emotions, people, you know, got shit on their chest, and sometimes they carry it everywhere they go. Versus some people that feel like, you know, they at certain levels of success and everything is good in their life right now. It's just a different type. It was just at the Super Bowl was just a different type of experience and energy. Everybody was happy, clappy. You know what I mean? And I felt like we would have been like that even if we was in a dog fight.
Right.
Just so happened we put the belt to their tail. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
it was all that.
Yeah.
Sheesh. What a time to be alive in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I was explaining that, you know, my boy, he on the other side. I was explaining that to him, like, how you know what I'm saying? How you get over there? You know what I'm saying? It's cool to like another team, but how that's your team? You tripping. Yeah, you tripping.
Yeah.
But, you know, I try to let, you know, you go ahead and have your individuality. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't a good look.
You know, one thing about being a Philadelphia fan is understanding that, damn, this is the city I grew up in. Is a different type of love for the city. Right. And then it automatically goes on to the sports, the teams that play for the city.
Right.
You know, and we've been taking losses for so long. People, you know, start taking a liking to people that's winning.
Right.
So it's not necessarily teams. They just going with the winners.
Right.
When I hear people say, oh, you know, the Eagles ain't my team, I'm such and such my team, or you just going with somebody else who you felt like was just a winning team.
Yeah,
at the moment. Like, damn, you bandwagon jumped to somebody that was a winning team and didn't realize, damn, that we was going to come out the mud.
And eventually.
This is two different stories. This is two different edition of stay down until you
come up. Seriously. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole better feeling.
Yeah. It make it yeah, it's a better feeling. It's unexplainable. The build-up is crazy.
Is so goofy.
Yeah.
When we finally win it, it's like, damn, jokers ain't answering their phones no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ain't mean mugging no more. You know what I mean? You can't talk no slick talk about the Eagles no more. You got to just stand in the mud, in the quicksand now. Because you was talking about the other team. Now you guys stand it now. You know what I mean? We stood it. And it's just a whole better feeling. Definitely being from Philly. You know, like I said, and it was an honor to go down to the parade. Parade was bananas. Some good folks down there as well. You know what I mean? Great energy. Yeah. Philly, where is that right now, bro?
Yeah, for sure. So with the energy being so great, you know, I be looking on, like I be looking on YouTube. I be just trying to perfect my craft, right?
Right.
And I be trying to, look at other people on platforms and stuff like that. And what I realized is that people are so desperate for numbers, bro, that they'll engage in certain conversations that's really not, like, really cool. And we don't really come from that. And it's like, we start looking like women bickering. And I be like, I always tell you, like we tell each other, like, our platform is just what it is, man. And yeah. I really want to, and it's just sometimes, we human, so we might fall in the error at times. So it's just big that we always remind each other, you know what I mean? Because, like, that ain't us.
Yeah, I think it's from the principles of how we was raised, though. One of the things that we heard, growing up the most was mind your business.
Right.
And another thing we heard growing up was men don't gossip about other men.
Right.
We don't get into other men business and none of that.
It's looking real sloppy out there, bro.
Another thing we used to hear was, damn, you know what I mean? Old heads to say, damn, youngin', I hope you ain't pillow talking.
Right.
So all that's taboo to us.
Right.
So
I'm like, and then my kids.
Not on this platform.
Then my kids gonna see this one day, and I don't never want them to see me in a bickering stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With another man.
Right. Exactly.
About other men and why this platform ain't put me on this platform, and why you ain't come, bro. If you don't want to come up, it's cool.
Oh yeah.
We
reach out to you,
right?
If we have reached out to you in the past or present, and you decline, that's cool.
That's cool. We still in it. We ain't hating. We still all love. You know what I'm saying?
About that shit.
Right. But it ain't like, damn, you got to put me on or this. Like, listen, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, it ain't, you know what I mean? And we got relationships with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But it ain't, we ain't tripping. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And for the people that may watch this, that may have stood us up or lied to us or declined, we're never in our feelings. I just want you to know that, because it's so easy to think that we're in our feelings, because that's the temperature of what we're around now. All the men are in their feelings, but we're never in our feelings. We respect it, we understand, and we're gonna keep pushing.
Men in their feelings. Huh?
They in their feelings. I'm looking at this joint. I can't believe some of the conversations. Even if you're right, even if that's how you feel, why are you putting that in? Like, go talk to your therapist. But it would be all about the clicks, bro. They try and get the clicks, and sometimes you're gonna make it's about your character, bro. Like you gonna water down your character about some clicks.
But you know what else though, bro? Like for me, like I'd rather stay away from all that because of what I might do.
Yeah.
And I ain't jeopardizing my freedom. You know what I mean? Just about, how arrogant I can get,
right, from
having a conversation with somebody that don't know how to, you know what I mean?
Talk.
Yeah, they don't know how to communicate.
Right, don't know how to communicate.
Come back.
Some of these conversations ain't right.
They come back disrespectful. Like, I ain't jeopardizing that because I can't tolerate that.
And I just want to say this before we move on from this. I just want to say this, just like we men, right? And it's about maturing, and it's about just being a little, wiser than you was yesterday, right? We in this day and age, right? That you can't beat the internet. You got that when the internet is favoring who they favoring, you won't win. You got the police that's going, show up. And then you got whoever loved that person that's going to be creeping through the night. Like, nothing's really worth it.
Right.
It's really worth just staying away from all the nonsense. Even if you say everything you say you are.
Yeah, even if you sturdy.
Yeah, even if you super sturdy. It's really just good. It ain't, go, keep getting your coin and enjoying your folks, whoever that may be. Right. And stay out the way.
Gotta stay out the way now.
Gotta stay out the way. Right.
Yeah, it ain't like,
enjoy this.
It ain't like we can knuckle and all that in this.
Right.
We can punch on each other and be all right with that.
Right. You don't want to miss no opportunity doing this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I love the energy, man. I love where we at. You know what I'm saying? City is definitely. I can't wait the next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
For sure, we just keeping it rolling, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I seen that the question popped up on the podcast about, what advice would you give your daughter?
Yeah.
If she caught her husband cheating.
Right.
Woo. That's a hell of a topic.
No, that's a topic, bro.
That's a hell of a topic.
Yeah, that's a hell of a topic, man. Especially when you're in your kid's life.
If you got older daughters, you gotta understand this topic, right? It's heavy, man. Especially if because we know daddies, the little girls and girls how tend to like really favor their fathers. No matter what the mom might think.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? Like either way, you know what I mean? So, like, I seen the comments on there. I was reading them. They was all authentic Jones.
Right.
You could tell like it was nothing from the hip. Like people really thought about what they would really do.
Right.
And if you don't know about it, you can go on Table of Consequence on our Instagram page and look at the comments on what would you do if you your daughter came to you as a man and as her father saying that she found out her husband was cheating.
Right. And that's what I want. We wanted to just start throwing little questions out there throughout the week. You know what I mean? To interact with, our viewers, audience and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's, for us, we respect everybody comment. Like, it's not like we gonna go into a back and forth with how somebody feel. You know what I'm saying? Because even if I believe that you're wrong, you may be right tomorrow. It's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. We ain't going back and we ain't gonna read your comment just to chop you up. We gonna respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Yeah. So I definitely
and a platform for somebody to take the advice. Like,
right.
It ain't somebody might read your comment and say that was the best advice.
Right, exactly.
I need that to be able to be transparent with my child.
Right. So when you start reading the comments, it's like, damn, you can find, it don't necessarily about what we say, it's about you can find something in them comments that fit you. Right. You know what I mean? That change the way you think. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that was a great question. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a great question, man. How many grown daughters you have?
Shit.
Like, that's like grown of, you know what I mean?
Nickel.
5.
6.
6.
5, 6. Yeah. You know, 18 and above. ZZ. Yeah. Dakota. Jahan.
Yeah.
Munera. 18, just turned 18.
Dang. I still thought she was like 16, 17.
Momina, obviously my oldest.
Rabika just turned yesterday.
Yeah, Rabika,
yeah. I had a moment, you know what I mean? Because, you know, me and your daughter born on the same day.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I never let that day go by without thinking about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I don't be like in you know what I'm saying? But I do think about, damn. You know what I mean? How, you know what I mean? My daughter would have been this.
I remember we was in the spittle, hot. We was on fire too. I remember that day. Man.
Yeah. I was away.
Yeah.
I
remember them being in the spittle. We was
in
the can.
Yeah, man.
Can, bro.
Yeah. We had that though, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We gonna enjoy every minute of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And to some of our viewers, you know, we get our DMs and stuff. We hearing you guys want to hear, you know, each one of our stories, and that's gonna be like a whole podcast in itself. You know, I'm gonna tell my story. Bro, gonna tell his story. I mean, from front to back. You know, I'm hearing, you know, reading the, you know, feedback. You know, brothers want me to go all in on how I was. You know, when I was, you know, toe up, broke. You know what I mean, busted and disgusted. So when I started getting money blowing through strips and them coops and all that, you know what I mean? And to where I'm at today, how I made the 360-degree turnaround.
With the mindset.
With the mindset, leave the streets alone and all that.
Right.
We're going to give it to you all the way. We're going to and it's going to be raw and uncut. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a faggy.
Right. Yeah. We definitely need to get into our stories a little more.
Yeah.
Like, we be like spot checking.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, to really get into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Bro, this shit bigger than Netflix, bro. They ain't ready.
No, seriously, bro. Hey, bro. I'm gonna just give him a taste. Yeah. Hey, but listen, I'm gonna give him a taster, right? You remember when the cop bull when you got chased? You got chased.
Which time though?
Oh man, yeah, so many times, right? I'm gonna give him a little taste of this, right? Remember, we was on the phone together, and you was like, we were supposed to be going somewhere, and you was like, bro, I'll be right back. I gotta run down here real quick you said around the corner. You never told me around the corner was already the hell over 7-6 in the area. All we got, you know what I'm saying? You say, I'm like, bro, where you at? You like, I'm around the corner. I'm like, bruh. You like, man, I'm getting chased. I'm like, so calm. I'm like, damn. Yo, because I heard you say, huh? But you wasn't talking to me. You was talking to somebody else. You like, huh? Then next thing you know, you're like, yo. Then the phone dropped. Then I'm like, damn. I'm like, bruh. So then I hang up. Then once you said you was getting chased, I got my man on a walkie. And then he heard the chase. He happened to drive by. He heard the chase. So I get in gear, try to come get you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I try to come get you. I'm screaming. I'm riding through just because I know you're in one of these alleyways. I'm like, bruh, screaming your head and everything. Nothing happened. Next thing you know, you pop up. You pop up out of nowhere. You talking about I'm around with you. But you left your phone in the car. Then the cop bull, he knew who car it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he knew it was you, and he knew where you lived at.
Mm-hmm.
And the crib was super filthy. I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything. And
I'm talking about, name it. I'm talking about.
It was in there.
I'm talking about, you
That's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? And you like, damn, bruh. Ain't out of everybody in this world, ain't nobody else I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. So we had to go, you know what I'm saying? And we already knew what our mindset was. We even talked about it. When we was doing, we was like, yeah, if they whoop us, you know what it is. I'm gonna do whoop and you gonna do whoop. And then I'm like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then yeah, we're gonna put the stories out there, man. We're gonna give it all to them.
That was a crazy episode.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
Make a long story short, I wound up getting pickled pig feet though.
Yeah, they wound up coming back.
I was on the run for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm grateful for, and a lot of the reason we share these stories, because at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the mindset today. You know what I'm saying? To see how far we've came today. And a lot of people that know us, that really know us, they be
respecting it.
They respecting it, and they be saying something to us about it. Like, damn, I respect where y'all at today. You know what I'm saying? So, and I definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
I just talked to my man son about like the transition in his mind from where he at now. From the streets ain't got no picks, man.
For sure.
And if we could save anybody a life today, tomorrow, next week, is this shit worth it, bro?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We tell these stories, they're not to glorify the actual episode, but it's to tell you the outcome of how it went.
Right.
That's why I said, damn, at the end of the day, I still went to jail about that shit.
Right, for sure.
And, I missed out on times with my family and all that. No matter how long I sat, I still went to jail about it. You know what I'm saying? And people need to understand, like, yo, is it really worth it?
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, it comes down to, what do you know?
Right.
And if you don't know nothing, we always say, get around somebody that can give you some game to teach you how to skin a cat a different way. You know what I mean? You don't got to go with the flow. You could be, it's hard to like step away. I get it. Because I know when I was in it, young boy, I'm going with the flow. You know what I mean? I want the Sergio Cicchini sweatsuits. I want the new Act Coupe, Legend Coupe. That's, getting caught up with the stardust in my eyes. And I had to know that, damn, I had to be a certain way to obtain these things. That's what I thought.
Right.
Not knowing, damn, there's some of the game we know today.
Right.
That we would have knew yesterday, we'd probably be super far gone.
So far, but unbelievably.
It's like we paddling out the mud now just to get on the ground on the surface level.
Right.
So that's why we utilizing the platform to give it up.
Another thing, that chase cost you about 50,000 cash.
That's a fact. Fact.
I'm literally
that John crippled me.
Right.
I had a little bit of paper. I thought.
Right.
That John from the.
But
bell.
I can just count the bell and the lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all the little hickeys in between.
And it stopped everything I had going on.
Right.
Shut my whole operation down.
Right.
So it wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it in there.
Right.
Got you.
Yeah, we hustling hard as hell. You know what I mean? For one situation,
the handicap you.
Handicap, because you're gonna spend it all to get your freedom.
Right.
You're gonna spend it. You ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna tuck my money and just do the time. Especially when you're facing a gazillion.
Right.
Because I was facing a gazillion. Right. You know what I mean? I remember when the judge said, "Yeah, thank your lawyer."
Right.
You're like, yeah, look at your lawyer. Thank your lawyer. He just saved you from 30 years in the pen. Right. I looked at my lawyer and said, my man.
Right.
But he cost a pretty penny.
Right.
So, yeah, this shit don't be worth it, bro.
In the long run, it don't be worth it. You know what I mean? We be happy that we here to tell a story, but it don't be worth it in the long run. Just too many hickeys, man. You know what I mean? And
too many people lost their lives behind a lot of stuff, man. People ain't here no more. A lot of people. I got some good friends inside, man, that got that's fighting, trying to overturn life sentences, man.
Right.
This could because of, the quote unquote, the way how we thought we were supposed to live in the streets.
Right.
I mean, and a lot of them innocent, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is circumstance. They guilty by association.
Association, yeah.
That's a bad joint.
Yeah.
You sitting on the elbow from associating with other folks, and you just look guilty.
Right. You
was
look
moving,
guilty,
you was
right.
moving the same way. We uniformed to move the same way.
Dang. I mean, people sitting because they look guilty.
Right.
No, that's real. What we doing, bro?
I fought a homicide for something, that ain't had nothing to do with me.
Right. I remember that.
Ain't had nothing to do. It was because who I was and what position I was playing out there. They booked me for it.
Yep, I remember that.
And Northwest Detectives had a thing out for me. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I remember that.
They be needing to know all that. You
Right.
could go to jail from your associations out here.
Right. It's crazy because, we all know who did what, and it'd be like, the joker be sitting there like, damn, my man locked up for something I did. You know what I'm saying?
And they be going through it too.
Right.
On the same token.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'll be like, these youngins, they disown these people so fast. They lose faith in their friends so quick. You know what I mean? It causes them to be, like the separation.
Yeah.
And little youngin might be solid, but
right.
they don't be having no faith in them.
Right.
We
We don't believe in nothing nowadays, bro.
I'll be like,
but ignorance.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely ain't got no principle.
Yeah, it ain't no principles behind a lot of stuff, man.
The streets, what they got going on now, I don't see how they rocking and rolling.
Yeah, you got
It's just the ignorance, though. They don't know
ignorance,
that.
yeah.
They only know what they see and what's going on around them. Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Another table of consequences. Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
baby.